Hello, 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 and welcome back. I'm Chamberine, and I've substituted Affinity. I've got rid of her. Wasn't interested in it, and I've brought Winter in. No, I've got something different this time. Do I change it up around?
I'm gonna have to tell Affinity that.
Yes.
We can't be dealing with this Affinity slander on the stream. What is this?
You know what? She's getting to cast so much games. She's doing CS. She does all sorts of stuff. She's hosting. I was like, you know what? I've had enough.
Jack of all trades.
Winter is now here. Yeah, we're ready to go. It's going to be it should be a close game, because it's technically the decider, really. I think is the best way to kind of poise it up is. It's Bleak versus Yari, and they're both on 12 points, so they've won every single game. I mean, disregarding the fact they both get a bye. But,
yeah, every opponent that they've come up against, they have absolutely dominated, basically. So, like you said, it's kind of like a decider. We have two teams coming into this 4-0 so far in the group stages. Both, obviously, are going to qualify to playoffs, but it's for the seeding that is going to matter. Who's going to be walking into the undefeated into the playoffs?
Yeah, and you also get bragging rights as well.
True.
That's the best thing. You get to go, we're undefeated. That's not the problem. Everybody's safe, so there's no real risk. No one's going to go home today, which is always a good thing about the way that it's been set up. But yeah, 12 points. We've just seen, of course, Skelp win. That put them on 9 points, so they're close as well. Of course, whoever loses this one, that means that Skelp will bunny hop them. So they're at least going into the last few games, at least they might change up, because the full day, Bleak and Yari have led the way. The full day, so we might have a slightly different end to it, but of course this game hopefully it's a close one.
I am a bearer of bad news.
Yes,
I don't think it's going to be a close game.
It might be,
and that's
the thing is the Skelp game, so if it was played off stream, but Skelp played against Bleak earlier on and they picked up 9 rounds against Bleak, and they were in a really good position to actually win it out, and Bleak really just shut the door on them. Of course, they do have those ex-focus players on their roster, so that's those kind of players will do that to you at the end. They'll win it out on the mental games, and that's what happened earlier. But they've shown that they had a weakness. They've shown that there is an area for at least Yari to try and do something. But
there's breathing room. I'm not going to say it's going to be a complete shutout in regards to Yari getting knocked down and knocked back. Again, like we said, they're both coming into this undefeated, but Bleak definitely is going to be favoured, and especially going onto a map like Lotus.
Yeah, something different.
Is it one of the newer maps? Is it one of the focuses, strong maps as well, from when they were playing in the VCLs and playing in the LCQs and stuff like that? But now we're coming into a little bit of a change. We still have that core. We still have that core of focus plus 2 UK players. So when we're talking about it, it's not going to be that much of a difference for them as a roster. They have your boy Lewis has played with both Jam and Jamie before as being a coach to some of the IGLs in the UK scene. So there's not too much of a meshing issue there. But when we're talking about coming up against Yari on a Lotus map, it's very puggy, and it's going to come down to the aim deals and who can actually capitalize off those first bloods. Yeah,
I'm just happy that we're getting a different map, because we've seen a lot of Haven. We've seen a lot of Haven today, and we've been quite lucky where we got Pearl. Well, I've been quite lucky. I've got Pearl first, and now of course going into Lotus, so something different at least. And I've got another 2 games after this as well on stream. So something different at least for me. And the thing as well, of course, we got it through just a minute ago that Bleak are starting on the defense, and I certainly last seen in the last game, if you guys have been watching the stream, how the actual sides can play into it. We've seen that the complete shift. GDL were struggling on one side, they changed it around and they almost brought it back versus Skelp in that last game. So the sides and how they start can really dictate how a game goes.
Can I just ask for a prediction? I know you said it was going to be a close game. Bearing in mind that they're starting on the defense, what we just thinking about the first half, do you think it's going to be a close score, like a 7-5, 6-6, or do you think it's going to be very defender-sided map, like an 8-4?
I think it's a 9-3 run all over it, to be honest.
Oh,
I think it's a 9-3.
Didn't you say this was going to be a close game? And then I said I'm going to be devil's advocate saying it's not.
No, hold on. I think it's going to be 9-3. However, I think the overall game is going to be close. Like the actual end. I think we're going to get. I think we're going to get 2 very dominant halves. I think. Then again, I'm not well versed in. You know more about the teams. You're more linked to the teams than I am. I'm new to this. I'm fresh to Epic, so I don't know them as well as what you do. So I could be completely and utterly waffling.
Well, some of these players are new to Epic. We're making a little bit of an Epic debut here, especially those on the Bleak side. We have, I don't think many of these players have played. We had Jamie and Ego and Jam, and they've all played on stuff like Gladius and all the low smaller orgs of the UK orgs that have come. But just looking at the lineup here, we have a little bit of a difference coming in from both teams in regards you have that fade compared to the Sky. Yes, you're having the mirror picks of the Killjoys, the Omens, but even the duelists and both initiators are completely different.
Yeah, I like that. I like it when teams have slightly different approaches, because we've seen a few games earlier where everybody just went with the same 5 on either side. So I like when there's at least a different range and teams having different approaches and showing us something. And of course, we always like to see different agents between the maps as well, because some of these we didn't see in the last stream. At least I didn't. I always refer back to what I've seen today, just so like I can compare what's on the stream and stuff. So we've of course not seen the Rays yet coming through, so a little bit different from what we've seen in the last one. Lotus, of course, is a nice map, and I think it's one of the most prettiest maps, for this way to describe it. I think it's the prettiest map.
I think it's a very nice map. It's quite, dare I say girly?
Yes, and that's why I like it.
Yeah, it's easing on the eyes. It's not some sort of like harsh map or quite dark settings. You have very nice light. You have lotuses everywhere, i.e. the map name. But if you have a look at the side of Yari, you have some Premier Beta champions. Have you played Premier in Valorant yet?
I have not, no.
You have not?
No.
Oh.
Like, I am genuinely the freshest you could think. I have only just came across, for those of you that don't know who I am, I normally do Siege. Fortunately, there's not any here, so boos in chat, boo me, everybody boo me. But yeah, this is only my second time casting Valorant, so I've played enough of. Yeah. I've had so much Valorant basically beamed into my brain in the last like 3 weeks just to try and get ready for it. So I'm as fresh as can be.
Dare I say Cairo 2.0?
I've never beaten allegations. Okay. I'm never beaten allegations.
You've never beaten the allegations, especially since, well, you both started in Siege. Yeah. I remember casting with Cairo back in the day when we were casting Siege together. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've got my head in my hands for those of you that are tuning in. Yeah, we'll never beat them. Shout out to Cairo if he is in the chat. I know Hazard was there earlier on, of course.
Big up Cairo.
But yeah, getting into this game, things starting off, of course, pistol round to get us kicked off. How are you feeling about this? How are you feeling? I never asked for your prediction, actually. What do you think? What do you think?
I think it's going to be so dependent on the first couple of rounds. I don't want to take into any account on the pistols, because pistols, like, it's not completely RNG, but when we're coming down into it, it can get really scrappy, really puggy. So I want to disregard the first 2 or 3 rounds of this out of this half. But when we're getting into the actual gun rounds on both sides, with investment in utility and also the weaponry, that's when I'm thinking it's going to be favouring Bleak.
Quite slow start here, though, as it looks as though Yari are pretty much all stacked up towards A, with the one member out towards the C side. And just pausing for a moment here, Jam just hiding out in the corner, waiting for an opportunity to swing around. Misses the shots though, can't land anything. Puts a little bit of pressure towards them, and now it looks as though we'll see Yari start to aggress towards that position that Jam is currently holding on to.
Yeah, the paranoia coming in now, but the swing is going to be amazing from Waddle and Jam, picking up one for themselves. As they're trading back, still okay with the man count, and now 3 vs 2, a lot more doable for Yari here. But Anna is nowhere near, and her position is noted.
It's looking pretty good there, but he just said no. Well, I'm going to shut that down. Anna in the middle here. And a little bit of a back and forward, and the line comes out on top now, leaving a 1 vs 2 situation, or 1 vs 3 should I say. It's finished off anyway, and it looks as though Bleak will start things off with a win in that round.
I know I said the pistol rounds are going to be a little more RNG, but the fact that that is going in the favour of Bleak, that is looking like it's going to be more of an uphill battle for Yari at the moment. Yes, like you said, they are the second seed, and second favourites per se coming into this. Obviously, flawless run so far, and they have good players. Like, you have names that you do recognise. You have Daki, you have Walty, and well, these are names in the UK scene. But when you're coming up against, well, Focus and Friends, it can be a little bit difficult.
It certainly can. And then, like you mentioned though, the pistol round doesn't tell us too much, so this is where things start to get a little bit spicier. Of course, there's now quite a few rotates there. Started off and it looked as if they were setting up towards A, but they've moved around towards just to make sure that they can cover off all of the extremities of this site. But full dedication here for Yari down towards A side, as your boy Lewis is felled first, or Anna is felled even, should I say.
I like the respect that Bleak have actually given them towards the long position. Well, I take that back. Jam is absolutely put down for the count in that round, but at the start of the round they gave so much respect to them and not taking those close-up gunfights when they are going to be on the lesser weaponry, not wanting to give over too many free guns. But it looks like it's going to be coming into a stalemate here.
Daki's spotted out there, and the spray and pray through the wall doesn't land anything. Azza finds another one inside of this round. The Sheriff going massive. That's 2 for them, as Azza started off this game very well there. But around the corner, Line just eats them up. That's 3, 4 to finish it off. And Focus, or should I say Bleak, they go 2 rounds into the lead.
is looking bleak.
Yeah, I was wondering who was going to say first. I had that written in the back of my notepad. I was like,
it has to be done, right?
Yeah,
if we bring it out in the second round, it's fine. We can get it out of the way, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe say in the second half at some point, just keep it to the minimum, right?
We could say that Yari need to focus, no? if we're going for bad dad puns, then we could go for that.
1, 2, 3, focus.
Good round there. I mean, Lime just gone massive, and that was simple. That's a simple win condition. There was nothing really else. It was pretty evens all the way through. But yeah, very well done, outstanding stuff. Now Yari, they're going to adapt a little bit. It looks as though the full focus will come through towards Bleak on that A side.
Yeah, and the fadeaway shot there, so the information is going to be gathered about how many are going to be placed. A side and the rotates coming through very quickly. It's going to be a full-on 5v5 retake by the looks of it. Doesn't look like Yari are exploring too far towards this heaven position. They're very happy with holding onto the sides, but they're just not going to be able to get out. Waddle is stuck.
Yep. Didn't enjoy that at all. Tried to get themselves out of the situation, but will be shut down. Asa still inside of the site, waiting for anyone to over-peek, because Jam is just getting aggressive here, and we'll find one. That's enough failed, and your boy Lewis finds Asa at the same time, and a back and forward does come through, but now it's a 1 versus 3 situation for Sky of Daki. Looking up against it here, sending out shots through the smoke, but can't find anything. I think it will be finished off here. Jamie does that, and Lime will get the defuse off.
Honestly, I like that round. They're not. We've seen so many. I have seen so many teams focus too much towards the gunfights towards long.
Yeah.
And it almost seems like that's the only thing that they know how to do proactively on the defense. When we're gonna nade, we're gonna stun, we're gonna take that space. But especially the way with the utility that Yari are coming into this, you have so much utility from the Sky, you have the Breach, and also the Omen to get these players out of those positions. They can't exactly hold onto it without over-committing necessarily sometimes. So with the information Lime's going to be able to get, Jiggle peaks, then comes off. Yes, they lost Waddle, but then all the trades were back there. The rotates had already come in, the flank was in as well, and then also the key pick onto Anna on that killjoy was stopping any sort of post plant that they had as well, along with the deeper position that she had in main.
Full dedication again here from Yari towards that A side. It looks as though they want to just try and continue to try and force this and try something out, but nothing as of yet. They were successful in at least getting the plant down the last time, so they have that to work with them, and it looks as though they're going to continue with that aggression, bringing it through there. So much utility sent out towards the site, and that will line them out with Lime now. Slowed behind, finds one, pops out, Waddle with another, and it's just completely shut down here, that push. They knew exactly what was up Bleak with a 1 versus 4 situation. Asa, who's been clinical with the Sheriff, finds Waddle, trying to look for some more, but will be shut down eventually. Lime crosses that one out, and it's 4-0.
I think we need to get Lime some sunglasses, honestly, on that site. I think he got blinded, double flashed by both the Sky and the Breach, got stunned, got, honestly, everything you could think of thrown at him, but like you said, it's still them that comes on top. Waddle, they're able to assist with some utility, getting some frags as well, allowing for the flashes to fade away, getting those picks.
I think with Yari now, that's not worked. Like they've tried, they've got the plant the last time, they tried again to go for it and really force the aggression. This time, though, they're going to change things up. It looks like they'll set up for that mid push, just pepper on a couple of players out towards A and also C. They're just splitting things up a little bit, trying something different to what we've seen so far. All the players generally have been stacking up towards A. This time, though, mid is the push, and it will be countered at least for now, but Waddle, he's just a little bit pressure inside.
And it's a little bit more of a default from Yari this round, but that Fade ultimate, the Nightfall, is going to give so much information, marking 3 players on the side of Yari. So Bleak are going to be working with the majority of the information here, along with the setup. They're going to be able to isolate Anna here over on the A site.
Just forced back there, completely all the way back and towards their own spawn. Just not enough, just too much utility there. Fade really paying dividends and pushes them all the way down the side push. They have to try and repeat what they've done in the previous rounds as Anna finds the kill onto Lewis. Now setting things up, Lime, defender killjoy will go down, and that will mean that they'll have to just pull back a little bit and really waste some time.
Look at the Omen position towards B. If they can get this pick now coming over in, they can easily rotate through the mini door onto the B side, but it looks like they're still going to be committing to the A with this bomb all the way through into tree, but Lime and Jam are there.
Aggression from Ianto here. There's like one left with a 1v1, but doesn't land anything as Breach now of Walty. has to try and clutch this one up in a 1 versus 3 scenario, but not enough to do in Bleak. They are very much in the driver's seat.
Yeah, absolutely. And
super easy to
when we're looking at it, that was one of the rounds that I was saying are going to be the ones that I actually want to pay attention to in regards to, like, yes, we got the pistol round, yes, you get the second round, okay, that's kind of dependent on getting the pistol round, especially when we're talking about teams like this. Yes, they're on a full save, and we had a few ecos in there, but when we're having that round then, you have your ult economy up, you have full buys, you have full utility, and it was that much of a shutout from Bleak. It really isn't looking that confident for the second seed.
Yanto with the updraft there, just narrowly avoiding getting their head taken off by Lime with the op. Some presence towards mid as well, courtesy of Jamie, and it looks as though Yari's still undecided as what they want to do with this. They've seen him try to force A a few times, it's not really worked for them in this half, given that they are 5 down, so teleport out just to dodge away from that flash, and the pressure was there. Manages to at least escape the clutches of those defenders coming through.
Yeah, the information of 2 players over towards this, since they had the nano subs and that paranoia as well, they're going to be aware of certain players, and Lime, especially getting that pick onto Volty there, is just it's shutting them out of this round. Unless they can get a couple of multi-kills here with the Sheriffs, it's no.
Hannah thought they'd pulled off a play there, just snuck up there, but is caught out. Jamie finishes them off, and Lime with another one with the op as well. We're in a 2 versus 5, 45 seconds on the clock here. Daki pops up from his side and finds a shot with the Sheriff at least. Deals with Lime. Now, the spike will go down at least, so there's at least a consolation so far for this round.
Yeah, Azza has a Vandal as well, so if they can get a few picks towards this Heaven, the Seekers might also come into play since there is an operator on site for Daki.
Slowly just trying to figure out how they want to do this. Bluis catches Daki just lacking at the back of that side, and Azza now 1 versus 3 situation. Azza has shown flashes of brilliance, has been the only one that's really stepped up in the times when they've needed it, but it's not enough as Jam finishes it off and the defuse will come through here for Bleak.
Yeah, the operator should get picked up as well to go back into the hands of Lime, so they can continue on the tier that they've been on, 12 and 2 so far, being your sentinel player on that operator as well. It's not one that you see that often, but in this comp it's definitely working to help pull down that A site.
I don't know if it's just because I'm casting. I have a tendency to always be casting games where a killjoy goes absolutely massive. I casted a few months ago where Killjoy got like 32 and 2 or something like that. It was insane.
32 and 2?
It was insane. It was crazy. It was crazy from a Killjoy.
Lime's on his way there.
He's on his way. He's
trying. He's a third there.
The thing is, there's going to be enough rounds to do it though. This is the thing, because there's 6 clear already. Yari are looking like they're struggling. Azza's the only one that's really shown any semblance of a kind of fight back so far. They're all kind of struggling with these 1v1s, and I think if they can just tidy up some of those, they'll have a much better half.
You're talking about the 1v1s though, it's not even necessarily the gun power that's differentiating them. You have the core players that have played together before, plus the friendship players of Jam and Jamie and Lewis, and it's just getting very much, they're already there, they're already on the same page, but Yari definitely have something to say about it in this round. Walty picking up 2 for themselves in this round. Technically it is a 3 versus 4, but the KO, your boy Lewis is down on his knees and is going to get finished off before any more information can be fed back to the remaining 2 players. But it is a 2v4 retake, and there's a Rolling Thunder in the hands of Yari. They should not be losing this.
They should not, but the high ground has been established from Jamie. Didn't give away their position there with a couple of spray and praise through smoke. So they have to try and retake from above. Enemy remaining. From Jam. I won't find anything. Find one actually. Walty fell back forward here as Azza just cleans things up here, and that's first round on the board for Yari.
It's not that bad for Yari. They have a round on the board, but also that it was quite an expensive round. So if you're looking at the economy of these players, some of them are going to go in with a little bit less util or going in for half shields as well. But for the side of Bleak, they have money for absolute years. They've been on a 6-round win streak, and most of those rounds have been either a 4 surviving or 3 surviving. So it's not they're not losing too much.
Yeah, and it's been a very good half from Bleak. Let's be honest. Like it's very simple. We can talk about how they've done it, you know, maybe after and whatnot. But getting into this actual specific round here, Jam's going to open things up, killing to Yanto. Now just aggressing towards A. It looks as though they're actually going to get a flip round from Yari, and they're deciding to change things up. They don't want to go for a push and just push into where Bleak was set up.
All I'm saying is, who satchels out on A as a raid, not satchel, sorry, who jet dashes out on A and expects 3 people to be on mini door
Yeah.
before the door's even broken, and you have another person shooting that door. But Waddle is also shooting his Vandal into the face of Azza on that Omen. That's just smokes down, so he's going to be relying on the 2 remaining players now.
Pressure does begin to mount towards C. Flash comes around the corner, Lime dodges out anyway, doesn't really care for it. Operator goes out, but one find the enemy mark. But will connect with the second shot. Lime finds life on 2 actually to finish it off. Focus. I keep saying focus, but it's Bleak. It really catches me out here.
What did we say? You said 9-3, right?
I did say 9-3, yeah. I did say 9-3.
But you also said a close game.
I did say a close game. I thought we were going to get the 9-3 and then the comeback as well.
And the comeback,
That's
okay,
what That's what I thought we were going to get. However, these early rounds are dictating that, you know.
Do you see this map as defensive or attack-sided? Not even about stats, but you personally.
Inclined to say defender-sided. Inclined to say. Always inclined to lean towards defender-sided, I'd say.
Okay.
What about yourself?
As a map itself, I'd say it's more attacker-sided.
Okay.
Just because of how many fakes and defaults you can do with it, especially since it's 3 bomb sites. But Jam is just going to be farming up some ecos. Waddle picking up 3 for himself as well. And that's the 8th on the board. They've already decidedly won the half, but also done it by a decent margin. I was thinking about an 8-4 possibly for this map would be okay going into your other half for the attackers.
Yeah.
So since they've done that already on the defense, yeah.
Yeah, I love how I'm trying to be the positive mind here, and
I'd like to say I'm a positive, but I'm a realist, okay?
Yeah.
When you're 8-1 down on your attacking side of a 3-site map,
there's a lot of options.
There's a lot of options, but how well Bleak are working together. Think of that on the attack when they are just 1 pack or 1 pack and a lurker possibly. This is when they're more spread out. Well, I say spread out. You have 4 people fighting for this A main position.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much a big war of attrition in this one area as all 10 members get on the one on the flank towards the other side. But it's just going to boil all the way down to a 2 versus 2 when the action does and the dust settles.
But the information is there. Although they do not know where Lime is, they have to be wary of this flank since that alarm bot.
Last player standing. 1 enemy remaining.
1 versus 1. The lockdown there will slow things down there. The up through the wall doesn't land.
They're both going to get stuck.
They're both going to get stuck here.
Oh, no, he won't.
Oh.
Does he have time?
Lime is stuck here though. Surely they're going to get around to finish this off there. They're doing just that, and that's another round on the board for Yari.
Half a second later, Lime comes out of the ult there. Lime was out of the ult when he died, but because he had the operator in hand, the pull-out time of that weapon, plus you need a scope.
To their detriment, unfortunately.
And although it was very close, but look, we have they've doubled the rounds on the board. It's 8-2 now, so it's still a possibility for an 8-4, which is not the worst half. Realistically,
considering how well Bleak have played, you know, I'm quite surprised. You know, it would be a very good. I mean, I think I'd almost be happy with 2 rounds, considering how well Bleak have really been holding out on this defense.
Get out of my way!
It's going to be going back to this A main fight. We have paranoias, we have all sorts of utility coming back and forth. But it's Lime that's going to be opening up on Anna on the other side of the map, not even with the actions going down.
Yep. The 2 killers on the other side, just trading blows as well as finds at least 1 kill to even the odds, brings it to a 4 versus 4 scenario. So much to dedicated to this one round, but the Blade Storm is just so much better for Yanto, finds Jamie and Lewis, and it looks as though Yari have finally been activated on this map.
Just as one is activated, one is also put down in the luck, but Lime missed shots. And the information is in, it's the operator, so they're going to be able to push into this. But no, you're still going to be able to get one shorty in hand. Is he going to be able to get another?
They just, now, this is a bit of an issue for Yari because that will be round 3, but I think that they're going to go for the rotate here. Spike is down.
Recalling my bot.
Lime does go for the rotate all the way around towards A main. And not really in a rush to do it.
30 HP as well to his name and 7 bullets in the mag. So if he is able to get one, he might have to switch up a weapon before killing the last. But the positions that they're in, the tradability of these 2 players can be pulled into question if he does take that fight towards tree, but it's not. Too many positions, too much time to get into that post plant as well for Yari. And, well, That's a third on the board. I really want to see this get into a 4th round. It just gives them a little bit more of leeway when they're going into the defensive half. But I'm worried.
Yeah, so am I. To be fair,
think of like full side exits you can bring down with a Raze, a Fade, an Omen, a Killjoy, and a KO, or even take that Killjoy out. You can leave them the complete opposite side of the map, playing for those info, playing for those rotates.
Right there.
And even then, you have 4 players that are absolutely tearing it down right now. Your side anchors, I'm worried for them.
Yeah, and they haven't really decided what they want to do with this round yet. They've pretty much always focused on going for A main. That's always been their focus, and it looks as though they are going to do just that. Jam. I knew you were going to say. I knew you were going to.
I haven't said that one yet. I haven't said that one. I said
Jam's the only one out
Bleak.
there. So if they kill off Jam, they have an opportunity to actually go in for A for free, and they might sneak round here. They've missed Jam, but Anna reacts just in time, and now the remaining members of Bleak are going to have to try and beam it towards side before the plant does go down.
And I still do believe that they have an operator in hands of Lime as well, so this could be interesting for the retake if they can't get a certain pick. But Lewis takes that pick onto Daki. That's one of the flashes off the board. Take the second as well, and another third now, so Anna's off the board. It's now down to a 2 versus 3. Ant's not even down. And the positions are so open.
My ultimate is ready.
You know, I think it's looking like it's going to be a 9-3. I was right in my prediction. I was right.
Okay, so you said 3 different things to me. That it's going to be a close game, a 9-3, and then a comeback.
No, a 9-3, but a comeback for Yari is what I'm saying.
So you think Yari's going to win?
Where are you?
No.
Okay.
Listen,
I'm all for the upset. I'm all for the upset. I love an underdog story.
So I thought it was going to be close. I thought we were going to go overtime, but as a result of them coming from 9-3, that's what I was thinking. However, it looks as though
I don't think
just
it's Christmas. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Hey, I just want to get some entertaining games. That's what I want. And this was set up. They were top of the group. I was like, yeah, this is going to be good. Hopefully get some drama. But so far, it looks as though Bleak just want to just take the drama away from us.
I mean, for the side of Bleak, they're just shooting back at the moment. They're struggling to shut down Lime. You're struggling to shut down Waddle, and then Jam, Lewis, and Jamie, all with the supporting utility and space taking as well, and information, and it's just, I'll find you.
Yeah.
You haven't even come into them fragging out yet, so when you're worried about shutting down 2 players on the defense, you should just be avoiding them, and now we're coming into the attack. You can't really avoid them when they're just running at you, but Anna is going to be able to take that first blood in favor of Yari this time. A lovely crisp shot to the face of Jam.
Lewis finds Azza, and that evens it up for a piece and a plant in the middle.
Planted.
This is something different than what's seen before, of course. That's what Bleak are going to bring us. Let's see if it's going to be a different scenario. Waddle finds Anna, and then we're 3 versus 4. So much utility just going into the middle. The mid-range is back and forward. Stuns, flashes. There's a lot happening.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate for that player there, but after that, the reaction to take heaven with that dog, Lime's going to be able to take up a kill onto Walty there, and now they know exactly where these players are. Daki on low HP as well, so simple crossfires should work here.
Finish it off. Bleak, they can take 3. First round on the board for their attack as well. And I like that it was different. We've seen Yari having the same thing repeatedly, always trying to go for that A main push, always trying to stack up together. This time, immediately Bleak like, yep, we're going to bait and switch, we'll just go straight for the middle. And you highlighted that it is, of course, attacker sided with the fact that we've got 3 different sites, and they've made the most of it. They've changed it up.
Yeah, and another thing that just, without it being about Bleak, just about the core, right? You have that focus core, of course. Jam and Jamie have changed the names to feel like they belong in this roster, but no, I honestly love watching Focus play on maps like Haven because of their mid-round calling. So I don't know how serious that they're taking this, if they're fully sweating out these mid-round calls to go back and forth faking, but we saw the push towards A. Yes, it did end up in a loss on that first blood, but they've rotated the information they were able to get onto that B-bomb site then.
Waddle opens up this round. Ayanto failed in the middle. The smokes will go through from Azza just to try and put some pressure and open up some space for them in that mid area. But it looks as though C is the push this time, changing things around. Bleak clearly want to go for a different site, and I think we're going to get a cycle through and a few different pushes for this one.
Yeah, they've also destroyed the turret that was holding the flank, but given the information and the positioning of Lime on that killjoy, they exactly know it's flanking and where the the retake's going to be coming in from. But they've already taken deep positions towards CT, and the crossfire here can be so detrimental to these players. When the flash comes in, it is very good, but it's not good enough to stop Jam on that Spectre, and it's all down to the shoulders of Azza with a shorty in his hands.
I mean, Azza's the only one that's really shown something throughout this one, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. I think Water's going to come around, but no, Azza does find one. Yeah, he does find one. And recovers himself a gun in the process, but Jam, he finishes it off. And that is 12-3 now on the score.
Not before he threw the Vandal over, so there you go. You can see Jam trying to upgrade from that Spectre to the full-on rifle. But you were talking about Azza, but I just want to highlight Yanto as well. He's been able to make a certain amount of space. Yes, it was... Okay, he makes space. He makes like a couple of meters, but then it's instantly pushed back from Bleak. That's why I don't think it feels like he's doing his job, but he is. It's just Bleak are shutting it down as soon as any inch has been given. They're pushing back with a mile.
Out of charges.
It's just a difference in it really is the difference in like the caliber players that they react on what they utilise. Looking for this from Ianto, trying to find one, good for two at least. Jamie and Jam dealt with. A bit of early aggression comes out, can't quite find the third, and eventually does do that as Wally this time. It finishes off on the Lewis. And Bleak here, they've slipped up on that one, but you know, Yari, they needed a round. They needed a little bit of something happening.
It is a bonus round, so in typical games you expect the first two to go in favour of, well, whoever picks up the pistol, and then that third will hopefully get traded back over to the opposition team. But Anna, good for one. Lime is going to, should be able to get the bomb down actually, and upgrade into a rifle if he does choose to stick this plant, since no one's close enough, but he's not away. The flanks aren't coming in, the rotates aren't coming in quick enough.
Doesn't know that one's close in the corner. Azza finishes it. The defenders of Yari, they would take a round and brings to 11-4 so far.
Okay, this is the round that I want to see Yari come on top. If we actually are mounting this comeback and it's going to be Christmas Day for you, this is the gun round. Yes, there's a little bit of a discrepancy in regards to the rifles that are coming in for Anna and Daki, but over the board, the players that really matter in regards to like you have your Omen, your Breach, and also your Jet. They're the ones who are going to be on these full rifles up against the full rifle, the full buy of Bleak. If they win this, I will entertain the possibility of a comeback.
Listen,
if
I love
not,
a Cinderella story. I love it.
Yeah, if not, it's just going to be a shutdown.
I think you're fully convinced that Bleak are going to close this one out though, and it looks as though they're stacked up to go for that C side again. Now the smoke goes through, denies some of that intel. Lewis gets up towards that corner and just tucks into the side here. He's going to get a freebie on the back of the head of Yanto. Jam also at the same time finds Daki, and that relinquishes control of C as they can now begin to take that space and start to set up that execute.
I don't know if they can go for this unless they get a kill early on, but Waldo's going to get a little bit of chip damage done either way. It still looks like it's CT that they're wanting to take extra space into. As his position is going to be revealed if he does use this paranoia. And it could cause a reaction from these two players in the CT.
Yeah, they just can't get this information. They don't really want to go and take anything and over peak yet. They just seem a little bit scared, to be honest. I think that's what it really is. And look at this, Bleak is just going to go on the hunt now, try thinking. But Anna finds a double out of nowhere, shuts them down. They just lined up perfectly. Jam and Jamie dealt with. And another one for Azza this time. Look, it's swung all the way back for a 1 versus 3 scenario. Try pull us back, but the round's going to go anyway, I think. If they can get
there's no time at all. But, well, consolidation kills for the side of Yari, but it is going to be match point for Bleak. It is 12-4 so far. And I'm not too sure about the finances since it was a round win. They should be able to buy up a few rifles into this, maybe a Bulldog on one of them. Okay, Jamie can full buy. He's only, well, realistically losing out on the shields, which if you've seen Fnatic, they don't even buy full shields anyway. So it's not as if it's, oh my gosh, he has not got shields, he has not got head ammo similar to like a game like CS. This is okay, right? No one's playing Phantom on the side of Yari either, so they're going to be absolutely okay with that. But going into this, I want to see what kind of aggression they have, because they have the breach towards C.
We can figure out this is where the weakness is. They want to go for the same thing again. C seems to be the area that Yari are struggling to defend here, and they're going to go for that. They're getting so much utility towards that push. They want to try and lock this one out, but they've been slowed down at least for now. Yano pops out and sends out a couple of shots, but doesn't land anything as of yet. Goes back there, Lime now opens up this one again, as they've done so many times. It's Wall and fall, and then the stack comes up towards C as they just funnel in.
It's Az's turn now, he needs to go big.
He's trying it out, finds one, but just can't quite land the shot to finish it off. off, and it's a 2 versus 3 situation. 1 versus 3 fade of.
Face your fear!
Sure, it is Waddle actually. That's left with it to do.
The flank is coming in from Anna as well, since your killjoy is off the board. Lime is not there, his utility's not there to give any sort of information. There you go. Anna's flank there, taking down Waddle, and then Yanto finally picking up that kill onto the downed Lewis in the ultimate. I love the fast retake.
Yeah.
They've been given too much respect to Bleak and to the space that they've been taking. So it's really nice to see the fast push from Yanto and Daki out through Waterfall onto that bomb site.
Yeah, it was really well done, and I like that you highlighted that you know they've been given a bit too much respect, and it's pretty evident in the way that the scoreboard has been. And unfortunately, it could be too little, too late. But I keep feeding into this Cinderella story. I want to see someone. I want to see Yari try and win this one out.
This should be a 12-6 right now, since it is on an eco round and the push is coming through, ready to farm up his ecos, but Yanto is going to be missing his nice, but it's okay. The shorty's there to prevail, and Daki's there with the backup as well, with that rifle in hand. Lovely shot from Lewis with the classic onto the head of Daki and the low HP of Yanto, but 2 kills is enough already for them here with the utility and well, the money they were bringing into this, but Jamie going to be looking for more. He has the Sheriff in hand, but the flank from Anna as well is here, so they're going to be aware of the positioning.
The pinch is going to come here. It's going to be difficult to finish on that. Well, it finishes at 12-6, like you said that you thought you would see that. Yeah, that was a much better round there from Yari. Much better.
I mean, it was against an eco.
Yeah, but still much.
I mean,
listen, I'm giving some positivity, right? I've seen much better. You know.
It's an improvement. They won the round.
Exactly,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Maybe that'll help mental. Then again, that flick with the classic there, that was really a humbling kill to receive, I think.
Yeah, really nice headshots from Lewis onto that first play, and then the flick onto the low HP Yanto. That's all that she wrote.
Yep.
It's a free gun, guys. Free gun.
It certainly is. Still a match point, of course, 12-6, and it's those things we set up for. But I have a split push here this time from Bleak, because they want to change things up.
The fake TP as well, just for the sound calls, if there was anyone pushing down onto that A, it looks like they are going to be re-aggressing. I want to see some more exploration towards B bomb site. It's not something that we've seen other than on the lower buy rounds in regards to like your pistol. They do seem set on this A main. And after the first lot of utility through, they are going to be able to get into tree for free here, if they wish.
If they wish. They just decide, we're going to go, we'll come back, we're just going to chill out for a sec. Not really in a rush here, Bleak, are they?
No, time is going on. It is 55 seconds on the clock. That Sky Trailblazer is going to be spotting out Jam there, but Yanto...
Ooh.
So much information there. Goes for the no-scope onto the reveal, but no, repeats into main, does not get anything, and now it's just going to be a bombardment of Bleak players coming onto the site.
Yeah, just run away, try and escape Lime, who just goes on the hunt and eventually does finish off Yanto, and they will get the spike down. It looks as though they've flooded all the way in and got full control of that seaside, and they'll look to shut this one down as the attackers will send out that Killjoy lockdown, and they'll be forced back. And I think now that this is pretty much set up for Bleak to win this one.
It's a 4 versus 3. So much can happen in spawn. 1 for 1.
Remaining.
Waddle picking up another, making the trade positive and not even seeing the wall bang onto the last player of Yari there.
I tried to speak it into existence, right? I tried to speak it in.
I feel like you were manifesting it.
I was trying. It didn't work. Let's be honest. It didn't work. I was trying to be, but it is what it is. It's fine. It ends. It's fine. Bleak, they won it out. They're the ones that are pretty much reign supreme for the day, because we've got another 2 games after this. But they've shown that they can basically dominate everyone. Yari were the only ones that were kind of close to that level.
Yeah.
For today, and unfortunately for them, they fall short.
Yeah, and unfortunately for us, it looks like it is going to be a Focus and Friends looking very strong going into playoffs. Tomorrow, I believe, it is where they're going to be playing, but they're going to be definitely happy with themselves. Have a drink as well tonight, since they are, 5-0 so far in groups. And that's all that she wrote for them.
They get the bye for the first one if they do finish off. I say if, of course, they are pretty much expected to, but yeah, we do have 2 more games. You know, the game after the break will be Granny Knockers versus Ghost of Girls. That'll be the one that we'll be watching. Granny Knockers have been good today, by the way. They've been fun to watch. They've had a couple of good games, so I'm excited to get into that one. But we're going to go for a quick break and just get a break from the heat and get some water. And you guys can do the same. But we'll see you back here in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Make sure to hydrate.
Yes, do that. Bye bye.